Nova.
I wanna know, hey, hey.
This is
The Smallsy Surgery Podcast.
It's going down.
Listen live, weeknights at 7 on Nova.
Hey, this is Miley Cyrus.
It's a party in the USA.
In Smallsy Surgery
I came in like a wrecking ball.
on Nova. Love you, Smallsy.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Miley. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
It has been a little while. It's been a hot minute, but it's good to speak to you. How's life? How's things? What's going on?
Looking forward to coming to Australia. I am heading there. I'm about to start rehearsals next week and putting together, I think, a show that should be pretty great. I get to bring Little Nas with me, and this is his first trip to Australia. And so we're going to do a couple songs together and helping him get his set together. So it's really cool. I've never really gotten to take someone to Australia before for the first time.
Has he become sort of part of the family? Like, there's no doubt that he and your dad had a massive song last year, and now you're bringing him here to do this World Tour Bushfire Relief thing. I can imagine, like, you might even have him over to Christmas dinner.
Yeah, we're like super close. He and I, which I was actually just saying, you know what, when an event and a devastating event like this happens, I think this is a time where people stop just being so attached to their identity as a star or a celebrity, but you will cancel. I mean, he wiped his schedule clear so he could come to the Bushfire Relief concert. He actually had like a bunch of things going on, and his career's just totally taken off, and him and I have become, so close, like brother and sister, and just kind of guiding him throughout the industry. But he cleared everything to just be, like human with the people of Australia, and he knew that his voice could make a big difference, and not just in Australia, but talking about climate change and kind of the awareness that it's brought worldwide. So I just think it's really great of him that he kind of stepped up to use his platform also to kind of just bring this awareness.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, fires have affected you and your life. When you when you saw what was happening in Australia, what was your initial, I guess, reaction? I think everyone was shocked at just how bad they were here. But obviously, because you've got a personal connection to it having happened to you, how were you feeling when you saw it?
I think usually, social media can be something that I don't always see its perks. But one thing that I think really helped with this devastating event is that we had social media for those images, those painful, heartbreaking images of the animals and people with so much fear and loss and not knowing if they're going to have a home to go back to. Those images and videos were so quickly spread because of the connection that social media kind of brings us to be able to see one image by millions of people in 1 minute. And so I think some of those images really woke people up and brought this awareness that this isn't just happening, where I had an experience was in Malibu, in Australia. This is something that we need to wake up worldwide and make a difference. And so I think just the awareness that this is one of those situations where social media was, I think, really helpful and impactful because of some of those images were just so devastating, and they were able to be seen by millions of people immediately.
Now, how do you balance, obviously, we're talking, it is the World Tour Bushfire Relief concert. How do you balance the heaviness and the seriousness of what that moment is about? But also, I mean, you do love to party. We like going to see Miley Cyrus party. How do you balance the two? Like, I mean, we have to have a little fun, right? We have to blow off a little bit of steam.
You know what? That's what I want to do with the show, is hopefully, as much as we're going to bring awareness, and like you said, it's super serious and it's crucial that we make change and take action. I hope that my show can bring some sort of escapism of joy and happiness and dance and have fun. And I'm going to be doing some covers. I'm going to do Jets, Are You Going to Be My Girl? Because I wanted to do an Australian band. I do a lot of covers in my set, so I wanted to do that, and bringing out some of the older songs from past records of mine that I haven't done. I remember like 12, 13, 14 years ago, I had a record when I just started going by my own name and making my own music. And I remember that Australia kind of led for me. There was a song, See You Again, that I really wanted to have my own single. And no one really wanted to push it here in the States, and I wrote the song, and Australia started playing it on the radio, and then over here they started to follow and saying, well, Australia said it was cool, so we're going to start playing it too. And so I've just always had a love, and I felt indebted to Australian radio for playing that song for me, 13 years ago. So I haven't done See You Again in a long time, but I'm going to add that to my set and just do some songs that I know we're big in Australia, going to do Slide Away and Malibu, Nothing
Nice.
Breaks Like a Heart, so some of the newer songs also. But Australia has always been one of the places that I think maybe it's the love for kind of country music also, because my dad's always loved playing Australia, that some of my favorite records I've made have really been accepted by Australians, and I just am really appreciative of that.
Well, See You Again, the kids would say it slaps hard, so we can't wait for it to slap hard and get out there and say, I mean, it's a bop, absolutely. I have to ask a question. There would be a lot of people. Will Ashley O be making an appearance? Will On a Roll get a little call up? Because, I mean, hello, if that was not the sneaky hit of 2019 that never saw the hugeness that it should have achieved, it was that song.
I never thought that was going to happen. That On a Roll was going to be taken into like total viral, crazy territory. So we'll have to see.
Okay.
But I'm doing a set kind of similar to what I did at Glastonbury, which I did do Head Like a Hole into I'm on a Roll.
Okay.
Which 9 Inch Nails fans cringe,
Yep.
but you know what? It goes off.
That's
so maybe.
exactly it. Hey, what are you spending your days doing at the moment? I mean, obviously Slide Away is new, and then you had Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. Are you in the studio working? Can you tell me anything about new music?
I am. We're getting like super close. I'm feeling the urgency, and I am definitely actively on it and ready to go. I've got some music that is sounding super rock and roll, and I'm just excited to share it. But not too much longer.
Okay, Mark Ronson, was he teasing something? It looked like you. Yes, it's you. It's definitely you that he's teasing the collaboration about.
Me and Mark, we have a couple songs. We have about 2-3 songs on my next project together.
Okay, nice.
And they're kind of like got like some Joan Jett vibes to it, just bringing back rock and roll.
Okay.
I currently have my dad's haircut. I'm somehow ended up with a mullet, and so I'm excited to bring that also.
Okay, nice. Be careful, Miley. As they say, I mean, I know no one likes to hear this, but the older we get, the more we become like our parents, and it starts with the haircut, just so you know. We become.
I see it. I see it. Hopefully it stops with the hair, but I doubt it. I also say, I say these sayings and metaphors that even when they don't make sense, my dad will say one that doesn't make sense, and then he goes, I don't know what it means, but I sure like saying it. And I've realized that now I do that.
Sure.
He will also use a saying at a time where it makes absolutely no sense. And so I realize that I'm getting more and more into these weird country sayings.
Yeah, wow, okay.
And they don't really matter if they even make sense with the scenario. You just say it because it kind of feels good.
I just think you either have to embrace it or fight very hard against it. It's just easier just to go with it. I say it's easier just to
going
go.
with it.
It's in the DNA. I can't fight it. Hey, we're looking forward to seeing you. You're going to be here for the Bushfire Charity Relief gig in a couple of weeks. Are you having any downtime? Sorry, before I let you go, is there anything you're going to be doing while you got some time? You got time off, or is it only a quick in and out visit?
One thing that I'm going to do, I think, as soon as I get there, I'm actually getting to go and see some of the animals that are being rehabilitated, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most while I'm there, is getting to go visit the animals.
Well, the koalas, which I'm sure you would have seen, the koalas were all over. They went viral all over the world. It breaks your heart, but there are good people here doing good things, and hopefully we can get it all back on track, and we appreciate your support, and we appreciate your kindness and time to come and raise awareness for everything that's been going on here in Australia.
It's always my pleasure to come see you guys. I look forward to it.
You've been listening to the Smallsy Surgery Podcast. Listen live, weeknights at 7
On Nova.